Hey there, what's you up to now? Day 958. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting my journey as I transition from the brick and mortar over a quarter century in corporate America to the real world, the offline world to the online world. About 3 years ago, I had the opportunity to divest myself as part of my divorce of all my previous business experiences and previous businesses and decide what I wanted to do. I was old enough that I didn't want to go find a job or go back to corporate America or necessarily start another brick and mortar business. And I'd always been curious about the internet. So I thought, why not? I'm not old enough to retire, so I can't do that yet, but what am I going to do? So I thought, I've been interested in the internet since the internet began. I remember pulling all-nighters to explore the internet and then having to go to work and had little kids at home, and I'm like, what on earth am I thinking? It was insane. But I decided I would check it out. I would figure out what is this online world, and over the last couple of years it's been really interesting. The rabbit holes I've gone down, the mistakes I've made, the lessons that I've learned, the things that have worked, the things that haven't worked. And I use this platform since my vision has tanked in the last couple of years. I've had vision challenges since my early 20s. I mean, big bad vision challenges, lots of vision in my left eye. Geez, probably when I was early 20s. And then following my sudden cardiac arrest in 2010, my right eye started to take the same path as my left eye did 20 years earlier, 20 or 30 years earlier. And so at some point, just vision, it's getting progressively worse. But a couple of years ago now, maybe only a year ago, it's been a long time. I haven't driven for a couple of years, and so I'm just having to adjust to changes, right? We're all adjusting to changes. COVID-19, it's really interesting. I feel like COVID-19, everybody joined me in my strange changing isolation type behavior, because when you can't drive, when you can't see and you can't drive, or they've taken your driver's license away because you shouldn't be driving because you can't see. And I actually stopped driving long before I would have had my driver's license taken away, because I was like, yeah, I don't see 2020 with anywhere near 2020. I'm not driving. I'm not going to drive a couple ton vehicle around and risk other people's lives, much less my own. Not going to happen. So all kinds of changes, but it felt to me, and this is kind of selfish, but it felt to me like when COVID hit, a whole lot of other people were experiencing the changes and the things that I've had to go through in a really rapid way, and it felt just like people were catching up. So for me personally, COVID has been changing with respect to, hey, you can't go to the store whenever you want and just get what you want. I am actually immune compromised. Like 3 out of my 4 sisters were immune compromised, and my 4 sisters' husband is. So all of us have had to be vigilant. We've had to take care of ourselves because we take personal responsibility and know that it's not anyone else's responsibility to make sure that we keep ourselves safe. So we have to do special things and extra things, and that's our responsibility. So haven't been going out doing things, haven't even been really spending a whole lot of time with family because family celebrations and everything, since we are leading our separate family lives, it's hard to cross over and do things. But we have done some fun things, and that's good. And continuing to do the things that I do online. I've been online for over 2 years, 3 years now or so, and so haven't really missed a beat when it comes to that. Doing different things, doing a get up and go challenge, and I've been doing that since the beginning. In March, I started hanging out with my granddaughter. She was 4 then. Now she's turned 5 and started school last week, so I'm a little sad because I don't get to hang out with her every day. And that, I will admit, was my secret weapon and really helped me to get through COVID. There's something magical about hanging out with a toddler every day, and the imagination and the creativity and the fun and the sense of adventure they have about everything is so infectiously amazing. And I actually miss that. I so miss her, but I got to see her last week, so it's all good. It's just I miss not hanging out with her every day, and it was my excuse to find more fun and do more fun things. This year I'm doing a 365-day, it'll run into next year because I didn't start at the beginning of the year, challenge to do something fun every day and look for something fun every day. And I don't think I could have picked a better year than 2020 with all of the chaos and craziness and COVID-19 to focus on fun. And it's been fun to focus on fun with her every day. With her, it was automatic, guaranteed fun. Now I have to actually do my own challenge on purpose every day, which I was doing anyway, but to make sure that I am pulling some fun and finding some fun in my life. Otherwise, I tend to get a little boring and stodgy and automated in my ways and my beliefs. Now, my daughter is home from Colorado visiting for a couple of weeks, which is awesome. She's pregnant with my next granddaughter, so I'm super excited about that. And so that's kind of changing up the routines, which is good for me to change up my routines and to be around more actual physical human beings than we have been during COVID. I mean, still doing Zoom calls, still doing coaching calls, still online, but it's not the same as seeing our humans and interacting with our humans and looking them in the eye and being able to reach out and hug them and touch them. So enjoying that. Today's idiom for Supersize Your Business was 2 peas in a pod and things being alike. And I think I titled this one, Feel Alike. And I did that on purpose because the lesson for Set Up for Success, which is part of the Get Up and Go Challenge, it's the in-between Get Up and Go Challenge. I've been doing 30-day challenges. I think I did a 10-day early on in COVID because I already had it planned. As soon as we got locked down, I already had a live challenge workshop planned for March. So I did that. And then toward the end of that, the announcement came that in my state, the state of Wisconsin, we were going to be locked down and shut down for the entire month of April. And I'm like, okay, well, what can I do to feel better myself and to help other people feel better and to know what to do during this lockdown so that we end up better off after the lockdown than as we're going into it? Because a lot of people that I'm engaged with and working with are in and found themselves in terrible situations. They didn't have savings, their jobs or their income was shut off, their business was shut down, and everybody's situation's been different, but many of them felt very dire and very, I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do. So I started doing this Get Up and Go Challenge. In the month of April, I did the first 30-day Get Up and Go Challenge, 31 or whatever days, but then right as that one was finishing, was involved in another person's challenge, and a group of entrepreneurs challenged me to do a 40-day challenge. So in June, the month of June into July through the 10th, we did a 40-day Get Up and Go challenge, which was different than the 30-day one because you might as well mix it up and add new things and figure out what works and what doesn't work. So did a 40-day challenge. Then had a couple of weeks in between, but we're still in the pandemic, things are still going. I'm like, okay, well, we'll do it again in August. So August 1st, but in the end of July, I'm like, I don't want to do nothing. So I started just sharing lessons learned. So every day I would just hop on and share on the Get Up and Go Challenge page a lesson learned from I'm 60 years old. I hope I've learned a couple of lessons along the way that I could share with people. So I just started sharing those. Now in the month of September, finished the August challenge, moved into September, but it ran a couple days over because I tend to do that, and decided, well, I want to start October 1st because we're still going to be doing stuff. The world's still a mess. October 1st is the next Get Up and Go challenge, which will be October 1st. But again, I don't want to just do nothing and leave people hanging. So a couple things they can do. Number one, every day for the rest of the month of September, and starting, I think it was the second or third I started, I'm just sharing a daily lesson learned. A topic that people are asking me about or that's come up lately, like how to handle difficult people, how to cope with overwhelming circumstances or situations, how to handle difficult situations, what things mean, priorities, and just topics. And then you can search by topic in the Unit 5 of the Get Up and Go Challenge private page and search by topic. Say you're having a particular challenge or a question, just search and look at the topics, and bomb, a couple of videos will probably come up that could help. And again, it's just my perspective, my experience, but I like to think after 60 years, I've made enough mistakes in just about everything that I've finally pulled some of the lessons out of the repetitive mistakes that I've made, and that I could share some of that. So today was about nobody can make you feel, and I believe Eleanor Roosevelt said, inferior without your permission. Nobody can make you feel any way without your permission. So that was today's. And then I think I said Supersize Your Business was 2 peas in a pod, and how many things are often alike, but it's cool and it's awesome that we attract people that are like us, But we need to remember that when we're building our organizations or we're involved in groups and teams and things, it's important to have people that think differently. It's important to involve in your organization. I used to take pride in hiring people that were different from me, people that didn't just, yes ma'am, and give me the answers that I thought I wanted to hear because I didn't want to hear them. Hate that, by the way, pet peeve. Don't kiss my butt and tell me what you think I want to hear, because I can smell that and see through that like a 10-foot pole. Hate it. Hate that, right? Be who you are. Be honest. Say I don't know, right? Somebody asks you something, I don't know, but guess what? Let's find out together, or I'll go find out. Let me spend a couple of minutes researching that. I'd much rather say I don't know than pretend I know something. That makes you feel stupid. So I don't do that. I'm sure when I was younger, I thought I knew all the answers, and in my teens, right? Don't teenagers know everything? I'm sure I was one of those teenagers who knew everything, and probably one of those 20-somethings who thought I knew everything. I don't know. So today, what am I working on? I am in an accountability group that I was challenged to do something 20 minutes every day, and I said I would work 20 minutes a day on my book. And I got tied up running around with my daughter yesterday, and I did not do my 20 minutes. So today, I am going to do 40 minutes on my book. I'm just typing up my notes from a book, and it's hard. The magnifying glass and the big blow-up screen, but it's got to get done, and nobody else is ever going to be able to decipher my handwriting. Heck, half the time I can't even decipher it. That's another visual-related challenge, but we'll figure it out. And then once it's in the computer, it can be handed off, and someone else can fix it, and fix all the grammar, and fix all the spelling, and fix all the mistakes. But sometimes just the rough stuff has to get in there. That's part of why I do so much video now, is it's easy to talk. It's not so easy to type or text or write or do things and to communicate how most people just automatically communicate. So video become my thing. Anyway, that's it. That's all I've got today. If I can help you in any way, if you have any questions, I might not know the answer, but guess what? I'm more than happy to help you figure it out, or Google or find out the answer. It's pretty easy. There isn't a question that anybody can ask these days that there isn't an answer for. There really isn't. There isn't anything that we can want to explore that we can, and maybe we might not get our right definitive answer the first time, but it'll give us some direction of where we go next, who we ask next, what resource we look for, who we find, where we go, what we explore, what we study, what's a related topic. We are living in the information age, and if anything, I don't know about y'all, but I am overwhelmed and maxed out in the amount of information we can have. If you Google search anything, you get millions and millions, if not hundreds of millions of results in like a nanosecond, or in a fraction of a second. It's mind-boggling. And guess what? Nobody can ever look up or use or deal with all those resources. Are they all applicable? No. Does it matter? No. Because if you have a question, you only need 1 or 2 answers. You don't need millions, because there's so many possibilities. All right, that's it. That's all I've got today. Go out and have an absolutely awesome, amazing, and fun day. If I can help, hit me up. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow to let you know what I'm doing as I transition from the brick and mortar world of businesses to the online world. Take care.